Hey guys, Jeremy here with the Hockey Movement. In our last video of this series, we talked about baking skates and how it can help alleviate foot pain. The big takeaway from that video is first get skates that fit you properly. You need the right length and the right width for your foot. After you get that, then baking them is going to help eliminate that break-in period, or at least reduce it quite a bit. If you have proper fitting skates and you've had them baked and you still have foot pain, well then you might need to look into footbeds. Footbeds are another way that you can customize your skates for better fit, better support, better comfort, and possibly better performance. But instead of hearing me blab on about it, I'm gonna grab the camera and we're gonna head down to the local hockey shop and talk to Glenn Sharpley.
Glenn Sharpley, a first round choice for the North Stars in '76, we'll take it.
He's helped thousands of people get the right fit for their hockey skate right off the start, and countless others who have come in with foot pain and he's helped fix it. So hang tight, and we'll head down to the shop and meet Glenn. Back at the shop with Glenn Sharpley from Sharpley Source for Sports. We're going to go over footbeds today, so we've got them all laid out, and Glenn is just going to walk us through the different options that are available.
Let's start off with the footbeds that come stock in a CCM skate. Very thin, not much to them. Likewise with the Bauer ones. This comes with a little higher end one. It's a little stiffer, a little bit more support. We then go into Superfeet. That is an aftermarket product. We then go into Cetus, and they make the aftermarket footbeds for Graf, and they also come with some Graf skates. Now we go into the Curex, branded by CCM, but they are made by Curex, and they come in these three arch heights. And then we go into the Bauer Footbed. This is the Speedplate, and that comes with high-end Bauer skates.
Is it okay to just stick with your standard footbed, or do you always recommend upgrading to maybe a Superfeet or some of the aftermarket like CCM or the Speedplates?
Unless you're having foot problems and you're having discomfort, stock footbeds are just fine. But even if you don't have discomfort, maybe trying some of the aftermarket ones, whether it be CCM or the Bauer, they do enhance the feeling inside the skate. They are more comfortable, and there is a claim that they actually offer better performance.
What's going to change from your standard footbeds moving up to, I guess, the aftermarkets, and then to some of the more, I guess, high-end aftermarket skate footbeds?
The stock footbeds, either from Bauer or CCM, they offer basic protection, rivet protection from the bottom of your foot. Very marginal, as you can see, marginal arch support. You can move up then again into a little bit better one from Bauer, offers a little bit better rivet protection for the front of your foot. And then moving into the Superfeet, again, a little better rivet protection for your forefoot, and now considerable arch support. Getting into Cetus from Graf, they offer actually a little gel pad in the heel for your calcaneus. They offer a flexible arch. The CCM by Curex, they have great rivet protection, great arch support, but this is flexible arch support, and they have a little bit of cushioning in the heel. Now for the Speedplate from Bauer, it comes completely flat. We heat mold it, and it has great rivet protection and pretty dramatic arch support, but it's not as forgiving.
If I come into a shop, the extra footbeds are about $40 to $50. Is it okay to just stay in the standard footbed, or should you always do the upgrade?
Jeremy, if you don't have foot problems, there's nothing wrong with the standard footbed. It's the same quality of footbed that comes with running shoes. They honestly, they're really thin. There's not a lot of arch support, but if you're a pronator or a supinator, it is nice to be able to buy a nicer footbed. For sure you're going to have enhanced comfort. Whether you have enhanced performance, that'll only you're going to be able to tell. Every one of these, even though there's different arch heights, even within the size of these, they are different. From a small, medium, and a large, even the flex pattern in that arch will change within the medium arch. Likewise with the low arch. So they've spent a lot of time research and development. I don't think anybody comes close to spending the money that these folks spend on it. Our feedback from our consumer is they love it, and there's nothing better than a good, honest testimonial to help sell a product. The fact that you have more comfort, you're able to play longer and better, and you're focused on the game rather than your foot pain.
In the last video, we did some customization to skates. Is there any customization available to the footbeds, and does it change from the stock ones to maybe like the higher end footbeds.
There's no customization with a stock footbed. There's no need to trim. That's the way they come. After that, any of the aftermarkets or the ones that come free with high-end skates, yes, there is customization. Superfeet, as an aftermarket, has different arch heights, and it's all trimmed to fit. The Cetus from Graf, the same thing. It's all trimmed to fit, and that's the customization there. For the Curex, because they have different arch heights, what we have, and this is provided by them, it's just a heat-sensitive pad, really a gel pad that you stand on, and it gives us an outline of your foot, but it does indicate arch height, and you can see that here, and that's how we start to size you, and then after that, we size you for skate size, and there is also trim to fit on the Curex. So with the Bauer Speedplate, it's trim to fit also and totally heat moldable. So this is customizable right into your skate boot. So we heat one at a time and we mold it. It's totally customizable to your foot.
As you can tell, Glenn loves the CCM Insoles. They've been on the market for a while and he's had good success in his store. The key selling feature here is that the Curex lab basically just studies feet. They've been doing insoles for running shoes for the longest time, and CCM partnered with them to make the skating insole. So there's a lot of science, a lot of research and data backing up what goes into these insoles. But Bauer has a new product on the market, which is a speed plate, and they also sent me a pair of skates for this video, so I figured I'd give them a fair shake. First, let's talk about how these work. Well, these are hard plastic, so you're probably thinking, how is that going to feel comfortable? It's kind of a neat design. They're hard plastic now, but if you put them in the oven, they get kind of mushy. And then you put them in your skates and then you stand on them. And the idea is that it perfectly fits to the bottom of your feet. So no matter what the shape of your feet is or the arc, it's going to perfectly wrap around that foot. So then when you put your feet in your skates, there is absolutely no negative space or very little negative space. The idea is that your feet aren't going to move around at all. So when you push, it's going directly to the blade. There's no wiggling around and bumping or pushing on any part of your foot. Basically, your whole foot is taking all of the pressure instead of one specific point. So you shouldn't feel any discomfort from these. Now, I did hear online that they were cracking, and I talked to the guys at Bauer. They said that in the first release of these, they did have some issues with cracking, but they have resolved it. And I could definitely see, especially if there's a rivet poking up in your skate and it's pushing on this, I could see that it could crack. Let me show you. If you look along the bottom of the insole, you can see where the rivets are that are digging into the insole. So if one of them was poking out more than the other, I could see how that may cause this to possibly crack. Also thinking about how these are supposed to work. They're hard at first, they get soft, they form perfectly at the bottom of your foot, and then they harden up again. Now, if that process was done incorrectly, maybe they weren't put in the skates properly or something went wrong, that could cause a lot of problem because they're not perfectly formed to your feet. The nice thing is that the plastic, it has a recovery alloy, which means you can put these in the oven over and over and over and over again and keep on rebaking them until you get it right. So if you are using them and you've had some problems with them, take them in, get them baked again, and see if that fixes it. So should you get a footbed? And if you're gonna get one, which one should you get? I think for most hockey players, just your standard footbed should be fine. I played with just the standard ones for the longest time. If you're still feeling foot pain or you want a little bit more comfort, then that's when you would start to look at footbeds. The Superfeet have been on the market for a really long time, and a lot of people have had success with those based on basically my research shooting this video and talking to Glenn at the shop. For support and for comfort, the Curex seems to be a really good option from CCM. If you're looking for maximum support, you have all these shaped feet, you want better balance and possibly better performance, then the Bauer Speedplates might be the one to go to based on that purely custom fit they wrap right around your foot. Of course, you never really know which one is the best option until you've tried them all. Unfortunately, at $50 a pop, it could be expensive to try every option for yourself. Luckily for you guys, I've got every single option right here. So I've got just the standard footbed, I've got the Superfeet, I have the CCM Curex, and I have the speed plates. Eventually, I will get these all in my skates, test them all out, and maybe in a few months, I'll probably have a video up talking about what I actually felt, if I felt any difference in performance, and definitely if I felt a difference in comfort. So hit that subscribe button. I do new videos every single week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.